Hello, this is Lisa McKean. I'm here at the South Asia Institute in Chicago to introduce the Sindhu project, Enigma of Roots, an exhibition of new work by Mavish Chisti and Gunjan Kumar, and it's on display from June 17th to August 15th, 2021. The works in the exhibition are the result of the conversations between artists Mavish and Gunjan about their shared heritage in the Punjab, an area in the northwest India and Pakistan, where the Sindhu River Valley, also known as the Indus River Valley, has been a site for their exploration and investigation.
My name is Mavish Chisti. I'm a Pakistani-born artist that grew up in Saudi Arabia, and I currently live in Massachusetts. I hold dual citizenship from Pakistan and America. As a Pakistani-born American artist, my creative process is inspired by my frequent travels back home to Lahore, Pakistan, and this intersection of two identities inform my projects. I'm interested in the intersection and tension created by combining the traditional materials and techniques with the more conceptual and archival aspect of my art making. Materials and techniques act as a tool for me to communicate the overarching concerns of border cultures, security, and a sense of belonging. There were many factors that inspired the Sindhu project for me. A chance meeting and a conversation with Chicago-based artist Gunjan Kumar that led us to realize the similarities between our Punjabi culture and heritage, even though the Punjab province is divided between India and Pakistan. A chance visit to Texila with my family and finding out about my mother's past during her college days when she used to live in Texila. And an artistic impulse to create and collaborate. Collaborations have become an integral part of my practice, and it is a way for me to address more complex issues around border culture and expand the scope of my research beyond my studio. My works for the Sindhu project includes 2 large installations made using sheets of acrylic that are laser cut and engraved, 3 mixed media drawings on found atlas pages, and ink rubbings. I begin each project with an experience or an idea. The media and form vary in order to effectively communicate the concept. The scale at which each work is displayed plays an integral part in my creative process. Miniature painting technique is employed when my goal is to draw the viewer into the works through intricate details for close observation and interaction. Large installations allow for the viewer to enter into the work and become a part of it. The project includes 4 series of works with multiple components. The modular structure of the pieces was conceived so it can be shown simultaneously in India and Pakistan in the next iteration of the Sindhu project.
My name is Gunjan Kumar and I'm an artist and an educator based out of Chicago. I'm originally from Punjab, India. I work in natural media with processes that are inspired by some of the oldest schools of art. My curiosity rose during one of my visits to one of the Indus Valley excavation sites called Dholavira in northwestern part of India back in 2013, and then to another excavation site called Sangol, which is close to my hometown in Punjab. As we were walking down the complex, the local guide pointed us out to the elaborate drainage systems, the water reservoirs, the grid systems of the city, which are the key features of the Indus era. But it was not until we got down to feeling the marks of human touch, the engravings on the pots or the impressions of fingers on hand-done bricks, that it all started to seem very real and surreal at the same time. We were standing on top of thousands of years of culture and thinking, and this place was in every way the mool or the root of our lives as South Asians. As we walked around, what stood out for me were these pieces of broken pots, one of the most visible signs of the Harappans, the shards that were scattered around the area. And my thoughts went to the fact that these shards were once a complete pot, and the pot was once full, and that there was life happening through this pot. And now a part of me wanted to restore this pot, not just physically but also metaphorically, to complete the image of this land that is now divided largely between these countries, particularly India and Pakistan, because of the history that we've had. It took me a long time to take a plunge into this project, and this was primarily because the intention was not to create specimens of the Indus era, but to approach the subject from a standpoint of a personal journey into my roots, to retrace steps back, to dig below the surface. It's like shredding of a physical form to create a sensory experience by virtue of the mediums. So the mediums that symbolize the Indus era for me are terracotta, riverbed soil, muslin, hand-woven cotton, other organic pigments. I took inferences from the undeciphered Indus script and the mystery around it, to city grids, to broken pottery shards, to voids that I saw in most of the excavation sites that were being dug, and combined them with the processes of digging, of excavating, of working with the idea of time, age, absence, as to what is lost and what remains. I hope that my work will allow for the viewer to be able to go on a personal journey into their roots in whatever shape or form, particularly from the geographical area that we're trying to emphasize. And I also hope that such projects continue to happen in the future, that bring about a realization that there is more that keeps us together than what keeps us apart.